Hey there, tech fans. Today I've got a brand new set of wireless headphones from Sennheiser. These are the RS175, and they're hands down the best set of wireless headphones that I've ever tested for a couple of reasons I'll get into in a minute. Now, I've owned a lot of Sennheiser products over the years. I have their microphones, I have other sets of headphones, but I like their wireless headphones for a couple of really important reasons, and these are brand new for me. I upgraded from an older set of Sennheiser wireless headphones that I actually dropped on the kitchen floor, cracked the band, and thought, you know what? I've had them for 8 or 9 years. It's time for an upgrade. So I went out and I purchased the RS175, and I have to tell you, the comparison between this and the last set I had is like night and day. And I'll get into those reasons in a minute, but I always like to start with an unboxing first, just to show you everything that comes with the product, and that way you'll understand exactly what you get if you decide these guys are right for you. And then I'll talk about the features, because there are a couple of really important things you need to keep an eye on when you're considering wireless headphones, especially if you're going to be watching TV in the late evening like I do. And I'll get into all that in a minute, but let's get started with the unboxing first. So when you first pop open the box, you'll find the headphones and you'll find the charging base. Now, the headphones are really high quality. They're over-the-ear design, so they block out a lot of the sound in the room, and they're chargeable. So there's a couple of pogo pins right here, and there's a couple of pads on the top. So when you drop them back on the stand, they'll actually recharge the batteries, and they come with rechargeable batteries, which is kind of cool. You'll also find a charger. This will plug into the wall. It's a 9 volt, I think a half amp charger, which is kind of a weird charger, but it ends with a standard barrel connection, which plugs into the back of the unit. And then you'll notice there are no prongs in the front of this, because Sennheiser's an international company, so they give you every adapter needed to plug it into pretty much any wall outlet anywhere in the world, which is a really nice touch. This unit can accept audio through analog left and right 3.5mm from older stereos and computers, or newer SP-Diff optical. So they give you both cables. So they give you a really nice long 3.5mm to 3.5mm stereo cable. You can use that with your older stereos, and they give you an optical cable as well. So you pretty much have everything you need to use this thing right out of the box. So that's pretty cool. And then also you'll find an instruction manual, which is kind of a quick start guide and a safety guide, because you've got batteries in there that are going to be recharged, and you've got electrons flying around. So read through those manuals to make sure you get the best value possible out of the product. But I'm telling you, you're really going to like this headset. Now, what I use it for mostly is I like to watch TV late at night, and the wife goes to bed, the kids go to bed, and if I'm watching a monster movie or some kind of action flick, I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like lately the movies, the audio's really quiet until there's an action scene, and then all of a sudden the explosions are real loud and the gunshots are real loud, and it's just hard to sort of be on the remote and turn things down. So I went for a set of wireless headphones so I could enjoy the movie at night and not wake everybody in the house up, and these do a great job. Now, a couple of things to pay attention to. Let me talk about the specs first, and then why those specs matter. So the unit itself uses a proprietary RF transmission technology between the base station and the headphones, which provides, get this, up to 100 meters of distance. Now, the last set I had did a pretty good job if I'm walking around the house listening to music, or I could go down the hallway, maybe into the bedroom, but they didn't work real well if I went out back. These guys will broadcast the audio all the way to the back end of my yard, which is pretty cool. So if I'm outside doing chores, or I'm just out there enjoying the afternoon and I've got music playing in the house, I can wear these way out in my backyard. They also have 18 hours of use on a charge. Now, again, that's going to depend on the volume and the rest of, a lot of other technical specs, but you're going to get 10 hours easy, maybe 15 hours out of them on a single charge. And the cool thing is, 10 hours is a full day. You're not going to spend that much time listening to stuff, and you drop them back on the base and they recharge the battery, so that's really nice. In addition to that, they've also included 2 options for adjustment. They've got a bass boost, which allows you to crank up the bass if you're listening to some heavy metal, or you've got some music that you really want to get that bass. You can tap the button either on the base station or on the headphones to adjust that bass boost. And they have a really cool feature called surround sound, which it's hard to describe it until you have the headphones on, but it's sort of spatially aware of where the sound is coming from the recording. And if you put the headphones on and you turn your head, that sound is going to be kind of where it should be. And you have 3 levels there that you can adjust as well. The one thing I really like about it is the flexibility of using different audio inputs. So I can use, like I said, the optical SP-Diff if I got newer equipment like I do on my stereo, or if I want to connect it to the TV, and maybe it's an older TV and all it has is audio output for left and right, I can use the analog. So you can switch between those two, you can have them both connected and move between them as much as you need. Another really nice feature about the product, and this is really important, is the synchronicity. And what I mean by that is a lot of the less expensive wireless headphone setups do great for music because you're really not reading lyrics as the music is playing. So you don't know if the music is out of sync with what you're hearing because you're hearing the song kind of in a linear fashion. When you're watching TV though, you'll notice the lips be a tiny bit off from the audio on the less expensive wireless headphones. Now, that synchronicity is important because as humans, we pick up on that. So if you're watching TV and you've got a less expensive set of headphones, even though you're hearing the audio, if it's out of sync with the person talking on TV, it's going to drive you crazy. So with these, that synchronicity is tight. And it's tight because the transmission technology between the base and the headphones has been improved. It's got 100 meters of distance, which means when you're in close, there's no latency. It's almost instantaneous. And I've looked really closely, got up close to the TV, put the headphones on, and I'm telling you, it's in lockstep with the sync. And that was one of the things that I had a real problem with less expensive headphones because these are not inexpensive. They're fairly high-end headphones that are still reasonably priced. And that's what I like about Sennheiser because there are brands that are much more expensive that are wireless, and I think, why would I pay 2 or 3 times more for that brand when this does everything I need and it does most of what the other brand does? So they're kind of in that middle zone between the less expensive ones that are easy to pick up, and if you break them, you don't really care about them, but they're going to have synchronicity issues. The battery's not going to last as long. You don't get as big a distance out of them. There's a lot of negatives to them, but they do an okay job in close. These are right in the middle. So they're more expensive than maybe a lot of people would be okay with, but for me, I watch TV 3 nights a week, 4 nights a week, and the people are sleeping in the house. This is my savior. This allows me to put the headphones on and actually enjoy that program and not wake anybody up and just really enjoy it. Plus, I'm getting a little older, so for me to hear the TV and actually hear all the dialogue, I got to kind of crank it up a little bit, which again is not a good thing. So with these, I can keep the volume level moderate. I've got the ear cups that block out all the background noise around me, and I just get crystal clear audio from the TV. All right, so what I'd like to do next is I'd like to take a closer look at both the base station and the headset, and I'll explain the knobs, connections, indicators, all the things you need to understand about how to use the product. So if you decide it's right for you, you'll know how to use it right out of the box. And then I'll come back one more time to kind of re-emphasize some of the important things that you should keep an eye on if you're looking for a set of wireless headphones, especially if you're going to use them connected to a TV to enjoy your programs late at night. So stay tuned for the closer look next, and then I'll come back with a few final thoughts. Let's start with the base unit. On the very bottom of it, you'll find a power indicator. Once you add power to this unit and you connect to the headphones, you'll actually see that indicator come on, letting you know you have a good connection. Above that are 2 more buttons, surround sound and bass increase. If you tap the bass boost button, you'll have more bass in your audio, so you can make that adjustment depending on what you're listening to. And the surround sound actually has 3 different settings, normal, low, and high, and that changes the way the sound is actually projected through the headphones. So again, you can make these adjustments to your preference. Now this is designed to stand upright like this. And when you stand it up, you'll notice these pogo pins at the top. These are spring-loaded pins that when you lay the headphones across this in their resting position, they'll actually charge through those pogo pins. So when you're done listening to music or you're watching your TV show, make sure you set that headset right on the top here and it'll line up with those pogo pins and start charging. Now in the rear of the unit, on the bottom, you'll find a power port, and that's used with the included power supply. You can make whatever adjustments are needed to the end of that, depending on the country you're living in, because they give you several adapters for a wide variety of countries. So find the one that fits your outlet, and then plug that into a wall outlet. The other end of that cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs in right there and provides all the power you'll need for operation and for charging the headsets through those pogo pins. You'll also find 2 ports on the back for the audio input. You've got an analog 3.5 left and right for older stereo equipment and an optical SP-DIF connection up top for newer equipment. And you can plug either one of these into whatever you'd like to listen to, your computer, your stereo, and then decide with this switch which of these 2 is active. So if you're using the optical, flip the switch up. If you're using an older stereo or a computer, flip the switch down, and the audio will be taken in through that port and then broadcast out to the headphones. Now we'll take a look at the headset. It's a standard over-the-ear design, which I like a lot better than the on-the-ear headphones that a lot of companies are making, where they sit on the outside of your ear because you get a lot of outside noise in. With these, your ear fits inside this ring, and it really blocks a lot of the outside noise. Really comfortable ear cup there. It's sort of faux leather, nice rubber. I've worn these for hours and had no issues whatsoever with them. The batteries are inside each of the ear cups, so if you need to get at the battery for whatever reason, you can gently grab the ear cup and just give it a twist, and it pops right off like that, and there's the rechargeable battery. Now, you can use standard AAA batteries if you like, but you wouldn't really want to do that, because if you've got rechargeable batteries, you just drop this back on the base and it'll charge up the batteries and be ready for your next use. But in a pinch, if you forgot to charge it or the batteries go bad, you could definitely use a AAA battery in there. Now on the front of the unit, you'll find a power button right there. You just push that down, hold it down actually for a couple seconds. The light will come on, it'll make a connection to the base station. And on the top of the ring, right here, see those three gold contacts? That's how the headset gets charged when you put it on the base. So when you put it on the base, it'll naturally find its home position, but always make sure that you see the lights come on the base to know that it's charging. Now, there are a couple of adjustments on the side of the unit. You'll see a bass boost and a surround sound button, plus and minus on the bottom. As I mentioned before, the base station has a bass boost button. You can hit that and increase the bass considerably, or you can just tap that. You can do the same for the surround sound, and I think it's, again, a nice feature that I can do that from the base or I can do it from the headset. And then these two on the bottom are just basically for adjusting volume, down and up. So you just tap those and you can increase or decrease the volume as needed. And that's pretty much it. I do think these are incredibly well designed, and I've used a lot of wireless headphones, but these are nice and quiet when you put them on. Perfect recreation of the audio. You can hear everything that's being said in a TV program or some of the nuance in the music you're listening to. And Sennheiser is just known for building a top quality product. And boy, these are the latest version of these headsets, and I love them. I hope that closer look was helpful. Now here are a few really important things to keep in mind when you're considering a set of wireless headphones, either to listen to music or watch TV programs late at night. And the first thing has to do with the signal. A lot of the headsets use Bluetooth, which is okay if you're within 10 or 20 feet of the TV, but if you get too far away, 30 feet, 40 feet, or if you walk to another room and there's a wall between you, you're going to lose connectivity. So if you're using a set of headphones to listen to music and you want to wander all around the house, the set of headphones has to have a really good, typically RF, transmission technology that's based on maybe 2.4 or 5.8 gigahertz like these guys are. This set gives you up to 100 meters of distance. Now, of course, if you're in the house, those walls are going to cut down on it a little bit, but line of sight, 330 feet is absolutely amazing, which means you can put these on and wander all over your house and listen to your music, and you're going to be really happy. Another difference is the length of time they can run on a charge. Now these come with rechargeable batteries. Those are replaceable as well. A lot of the sets that are rechargeable, the batteries are internal. Once they go bad, and they will over a couple of years, you can't change them, so you got to throw them out and buy another set. With these, they're standard AAA batteries that you can replace if you need to. And if you forget to charge the headset, just throw a couple of AAA batteries in there. It's going to work just fine. So the distance, 100 meters. The length of time, 18 hours on these. So you can listen to stuff pretty much a day and a half almost, right? So you get plenty of use out of it. Another big difference, and this is really important if you're going to use them with a TV, is that synchronicity, the ability to have the lips moving line up with the audio you're hearing in your headsets. And you'll find a lot of the ones that are out there that are in the lower price band are terrible with synchronicity. They're great for listening to music, but they're not great if you're going to use them with the TV. These are in lockstep with the video on the TV. You're going to see that screen. They're going to be saying something. Lips are going to move. You're going to hear it exactly at the same time. So they do a great job there. Another key difference is that this unit provides both analog and digital input. So depending on what you're connecting it to, you may need the SP-Diff optical or you may need the analog left and right. You've got a choice on both right here. Other than that, I just think the build quality is amazing. You set it back down, the headphones charge. It's Sennheiser, they're a top quality manufacturer. I've used their products for years, never had a problem with them, and I'd buy them again and again. And this is my third set of this type of headset from Sennheiser, and I just love them. So that's pretty much all I had for today. I hope you got some value out of this review. I like talking about technology in general, but if it's something I'm using, I want to talk about it so you guys understand why I picked it and why it might make sense for you. So thanks an awful lot for watching, and until next time, as always, stay nerdy.